card? You got one?
I can come up with one.
All right, you don't have to. We've got Andrew Jones.
How many people did you hear from the other night after that? I'm curious about what the reaction in your circles might have been to that performance.
I mean, a lot. Like, not even just from, obviously messages a lot, but then when you have like Instagram and like TikTok and a bunch of, you get a lot of like ads and mentions on Instagram and TikTok. Like, it was too much I couldn't even go through. But as far as like my messages, it was mainly just like close friends and family members that congratulated me. It was crazy because I turned my phone off before every game, so as soon as I turned my phone on, it was just like a bunch of notifications, and I was just scrolling through trying to get back to everybody.
As you look back on that, sort of, I don't know, how do you process it? What goes through your mind about that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you remember everything specifically, or
yeah, I mean,
kind of black out because you were in the zone, kind of thing?
Yeah, I was talking to Harrison like literally right after the game. He's like, "How do you feel?" And I'm like, "Normal, fine, I'm good." He's like, "Bro, you just had 42." And at the time, like, I don't think it really hit me. Like, I don't think I really noticed like what I've done and what I did. Because I was just like in the flow of the game, and looking back on it, I think it took me about 2 days to actually understand like what actually happened. I don't think I give myself enough credit sometimes. I think I'm always just hard on myself and feel like I can always do more, but I had to give myself a pat on the back for that just because of how the game was going on and like, what I did individually.
RJ, when Hubert was recruiting you, did he give you, or Roy, when they were recruiting you, did they give you any examples of UNC guards past or present that they thought you could be like and emulate, and did you watch those guys on YouTube like after talking with them?
Yeah, I mean, even before they recruited me, I had an idea and understanding of what UNC was and how they played because I was, I think I was like a freshman or maybe 8th grade when Marcus was here, so I watched their run and with him and Joel in the backcourt, and when Kobe was here, and Cole, which I knew since I was in the 8th grade. So I had an understanding of how they played two guards together. And their main message was they didn't tell me I was going to be like Marcus or be like Joe's, more so just be RJ, and I'm going to have the opportunity to play here. They didn't say I was going to start. It was more about just we're going to give you the opportunity. You just got to take advantage of that.
You said you couldn't go through all the messages and things that are out there. Did you try?
Yeah, I did, 100%. Especially with messages, because I don't like to leave people undelivered. So I respond to majority of everyone on messages, but like Instagram DMs, nah.
What was the most interesting thing that someone said or reached out or some kind of meme or whatever they made that wasn't someone that's not associated with the program or your family?
That's a good question. I had someone send me. So I had someone like one of my friends send me a picture like when I was like a little kid, and then which was like I was like 3rd grade, so I had like a little Caesar ball fade, and then this one I wore goggles, and then
wow, goggles?
Yeah, yeah, I don't know about that. I used to wear goggles back in the day. And then I thought that was funny, and then I put like 42 points.
You should tweet that out.
I should, but I don't want to put myself out there. So if y'all find it, y'all find it. I'm not gonna do it myself.
B-Rob had one. Did you see the one B-Rob had?
No, I didn't see that one.
It was, I think it was high school, RJ.
Yeah, I saw a lot of the high school ones too. So, but yeah, if y'all find me with the Caesar fade, then that's on y'all. I'm not showing that to y'all.
What did Armando say about it?
Armando?
You said it what Harrison said. I imagine Armando had something interesting to say about it.
He was like, "Bro, you're insane."
What's the most points you ever scored in a game?
In college or just in like my whole career?
Yeah.
I think I had either 41 or 43 in high school. So yeah, but college is like that's elite. It's hard to do that.
When did the goggles come off?
Right. So I'm gonna say 7th, 8th grade. So I wore glasses like from like my whole life up until 7th grade, and I was just like I'm not wearing them like glasses anymore. So I literally just stopped wearing them, and then I think like my eyesight just got better a little bit, so I haven't worn them since.
Was it a cool factor, or was it?
Yeah, more like a cool factor. I think I was going to my middle school age, so I was like getting into fashion more. I was just tired of wearing like goggles when I play basketball, so I'm like I'm definitely not wearing these anymore.
Do you wear contacts now?
No.
You don't wear? Everything's cool.
Yeah, I'm fine.
So
I can see.
The goggles were corrected.
Yeah.
Lenses.
Yeah, I mean I have like one of my friends. He's like a big brother to me. He's like, I should bring back the goggles like for senior night. Like, it was like little rec specs. I was like, there's definitely no way I'm bringing them back.
That'd be awesome.
Is the rim fuzzy, or was it?
Nah. But if I do bring it back, it will get like foggy, like the rec specs. So but I mean, it has been a thought like this year if I bring that back, but I don't think anyone will get the reference. But if I do, y'all do now.
Did you expect to talk about goggles today?
Yeah.
Well, he normally has the 3 goggles a lot, so.
Yeah,
There you go. There you go.
RJ, I guess when you're in, I guess, a season or even in a game like you were the other day,
Mhm.
you don't recognize things like this, but the 42 put you tied for 10th in UNC, like in the UNC scoring list. I guess, do you ever, on your own time, 4 years into your career, even think about your place within, I guess, the UNC program, just all the different types of players. Obviously, there's been a lot of, different numbers and stats from that game, but do you ever just sit and think about just even that?
Yeah, I mean, just even as a freshman, I never really would have pictured myself within these conversations of being top 10 in scoring here, especially here. To me, that's insane. I'm speechless from that, but one thing I did think about going into my senior year was what type of legacy I want to leave behind, and how I want my senior year to go. And I think I really took control of that in terms of just my mental and just being overly confident and focused in every game and every practice. So preparing myself for these moments, preparing myself for these games in order for me to have a great senior year. So, and for me just to be in this conversation amongst the great players that played here, I mean, I'm just grateful and just super fortunate to be in that.
And then to follow up on that a little bit, when we had Hubert in here a couple minutes ago, he was saying that what you've done is more the normal route of, going to the school, staying 4 years, developing within those 4 years. Mm-hmm. What are some of, obviously the basketball, we kind of see that, but I guess for you personally, individually, how do you feel you're different from, I guess, your first year here all the way until now?
Yeah, I think I'm in all aspects and all categories extremely different, and I love my journey of how I started and how it's going from freshman year until now. I've grown and not just as a player, but just as a person here. I'm more mature. I'm wise. I see things, and then this place has allowed me to kind of just step out my comfort zone a little bit and just kind of showcase my personality more. And just on the court, it's just my progression throughout my years, from freshman to sophomore year to junior and now to senior year. I'm just extremely proud of myself of how I started and what I had to go through and deal with, and just trials and tribulations. I'm just proud of my career. I'll never compare my career or myself to anyone else because everyone's story, everyone's journey is different. So how things are going for me, I'm just proud of how each year I just took it a further step.
Hubert said you guys are still playing desperate, but I understand the mindset. But NC State is really desperate. They don't win this, they probably have to win the whole ACC tournament to get into the NCAA. So how do you guys kind of match that actual mentality on the floor?
I mean, we just gotta be prepared. NC State's a really good team, and our mindset is always the next game and just taking one game at a time. So our mentality has to stay the same since the beginning of the year. And we just got to defend home court and go out and play Carolina basketball, play together, and just give it our all.
RJ, how was film study from the Miami game? Hubert said it was very productive, in his words. What did you guys go over, and what did you feel like you took away from that?
Just to see how the last 4 minutes, how that went. I mean, that was it kind of gave me flashbacks to how Baylor was a little bit. Just in terms of how much we were up and how we could have extended the lead, and we had some slip-ups and whatnot. But I think that's something that we could learn from. Put ourselves in a good position that game. Just do a better job of closing out the games a little bit better. So I think that film study was good for us because it allowed us to grow and allowed us to see where we made mistakes at. So when that happens in March, we don't make those mistakes again.
3 left: Adam, Andrew, and Daniel, please.
RJ, there are 2 home games left for the UNC Tar Heels this season, tomorrow and then Tuesday. Are you approaching these 2 home games as if they'll be your last? Because obviously you could come back next year if you want to.
Yeah, I haven't really thought about it. Just hearing you say that out loud is kind of just crazy, especially for me being a senior year and kind of just went by super fast in the blink of an eye. But you know, I'm definitely going to just approach these last 2 home games as it's like, you know, with the same mindset I've had since the start of the season and since the start of freshman year, just to win them and to give my all, and just come out with a win for the result of it. That's all that matters to me. So that's my approach. I'm not thinking about if it's going to be my last 2 home games here at the Tar Heel. Just want to finish out strong.
How much is your improvement on your step back been a process of recognizing when to drive, when to step back, and how much does your ability to drive kind of help you have that avenue to step back and do like what you did to Matthew the other night, break his ankles?
Yeah, it's been a big adjustment for me just in terms of knowing where the defender is and knowing I'm going to step back. If you asked me 2 years ago, my sophomore year, would I be able to do that, I'd probably tell you no. But just my ability just to create space and find a shot where I'm comfortable with and practice it repetitively. That's a shot that I work on every day, and either going right or going left, so I'm comfortable in those type of situations and have the confidence to knock it down. So my improvement from just for that move in general just is more so just getting the feel and being more natural with it.
Second part, real quickly to that, how much of it is film work, watching on film, oh, I could have done the step back then, or I should have driven then? How much does film work play into helping you recognize?
A big part. I mean, just because you could watch film and see if you could have done the move a little bit better, or see if you could have a counter to it. And so I watch a lot of film just like on the move, but also I think a lot of like Kemba Walker, a lot of like he did a lot of like snatches back when he was with the Hornets and when he was with UConn, and so that did a lot of film work between myself and Kemba.
Arjun, what's the story behind your old nickname, the Milkman?
The Milkman. I was in the Bronx playing at this local tournament. This guy named Dribble Machine, his name is Shane, and I was just out there just getting buckets. So I just remember him on the mic just calling me Milkman.
He was an and one guy, right? Shane the dribbling machine.
Yeah, that's my dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was saying because I was always delivering. So.
Thanks, Sergeant.
Appreciate it.
All right.